Hey everyone, Abhishek here and welcome back to another video. In this one we are taking a look at Octohub.nvim, a recent new Vim plugin that I published that lets you work with GitHub repos, shows you all sorts of GitHub stats, and in this video I just wanted to do a quick demo for you all. So let us go to the terminal and I'll open up my new Vim. So you can trigger Octohub. So it comes with a bunch of commands. You can see all of them in the README. So these are some of the commands. These are the default key bindings. These are the configs. We can go over them. But yeah, right now let me show you the main go-to command that I myself use a lot is the octo repos command. So if I do octo repos, it will show me all of my repos that I have on GitHub, and this includes both public and private repos. I also have a key binding assigned to it. So as you can see, the default key binding is GO, and then after that everything you see here is from Octohub. So one cool thing about this is not only it will show you all of the repos, you can very quickly switch to any that you'd like. So let's say I wanted to look at my portfolio, my portfolio site. If I select it, hit enter, it directly switches to it. If you see, I'm there now, and it switches with the tmux.t plugin manager. So if you come over to the README, you can see over here that I have left a link, and if you are not on tmux or if you don't want to use tmux.t, what it will do is it will open up the folder in NeoVim and just open up the fuzzy files. So let me show you that as well. So like if I am here and let's say if I select the same repo again, it CDs into it and starts telescope. So you can select any file that you want and you can start working. Alright, let's go back to tmux. Another thing that it will also do, like let's say if there's a particular repo that is not cloned locally, right? Let's say this one, if I hit enter, it will clone them, clone the repository first, and then once it is done cloning, it will automatically switch to that repo. So as you can see, we came from nvim 2k to 2k tech, which is this new repo. So let's exit out, and it will start a new tmux session. So if I go to that again, and let's say if I go to 2k tech, it not only switched to 2k tech, but it has also started its own session. So if I go here, you can see that I'm in the 2k tech repo, and I can exit out, back at nvim 2k, and let's say if you, and another good thing about this is it directly integrates with tmux.t, so you can see all of the open plugins and everything right from here. There's also a bunch of other repo related things. So not only it will show you all of your repos, it can show you all of the forked repos you have, it can show you all of your private repos, it can show you all of your repos sorted by stars. So as you can see, for me, projects has the most, then .2k, then so on and on, right? Another good thing is you can also show things with number of issues open, which is really handy, which can help you find out repos that need the most amount of attention. It can show you all of the private ones. The next thing we have with it is the stats. So if I do GOT, you can see that it opens up this window that has all of my stats. So the first part is my user info, and this will show you all the info that you have added, then public repo stats, then all of your recent activity will show up, and all of this is customizable. If you see in the config, here you can see all of the config options. You can configure the number of repos, how you want to sort them. You can configure the cache. So every 7 days the repo cache will be cleaned, will be created fresh. The events cache will be refreshed as well. You can also see some other things. So you can see the commit graph over here, and you can also customize these. So the default option, let me open it up here. Let me go to Octohub and let's go to Lua. So this is the contribution icons. This is the, and it all depends on the number of commits that you decide. See here I have added max contributions as 50, and based on the max contributions and the number of icons you have in contrib icons, this graph will be decided. The icons shown in this graph will be decided based on that. The numbers you see are the number of commits on each of those days. It will also show you the max number of commits you've made in a day. 82 is quite high. I think I was doing some mass repo operations that day. But yeah, that's the stats window. There's also a bunch of other things. You can directly open your GitHub profile with GOH, and not only your own, you can also do this, all of these things for any repo actually. So any user, so like let's say if I wanted to see repos from Prime, right? If I do octo repos the Primeagen, and the first request will take some time because it's fetching all of the JSON and caching it. So you can see these are all of the public repos from Prime. Can also, and now if I do the same command, it's instant because now it is cached. You can also do other things here. So you can do something like sort stars, so it will now show the starred repos, the most starred repos from Prime. You can also do type. So these are all of the forked repos. You can also see the size, the number of repos. You can also see a bunch of information about the repo here, and there's a bunch of types and stats. You can check them all out here. So you can see for sort we have stars, forks, updated, created, pushed, name of course, size, watchers and issues. These are all of the sorting options. And for repo type we have private, fork, template and archived. So if you want to see the template repos, let's see what I have for me. So here I'm providing my username just to show you the public templates, and I'll do type as template, and you can see these are the 4 templates. These are the 5 templates I have. Cool. Let's see what else. Let's take a look at the readme over here. It comes with default key bindings which are mentioned here. As you can see, everything comes after GO, And if you don't want to add default key bindings while adding your setup, you can just do add default key bindings as false. These are the default key bindings, by the way. You can also customize stats window size and window height. You can customize the number of events that show up in the activities, the number of top languages. So for me, if I do octo repo stats, you can see that these show up as my top languages. This is all based on like what are the most used languages and which repos and which languages I have used the most number of times in my public repos. So this info is based on that. What else? These are all of the cache timeouts. You can customize them. So as you can see, the repo cache is 7 days, the username cache is 7 days, the user info cache is also 7 days, events cache and contributions cache is 6 hours. This is the project directory. So anytime I do this cloning, let's say I clone this, the archi repo, it opens up, it clones it in this particular directory. So for me, if I think it switched to the repo, but if you can see here, this is my project directory, then inside that it creates the username, right? And then these are all of the repos that I've cloned so far. There's Incubite where I work, so I have some of my work stuff over there. But yeah, this is the directory. You can also customize if you want to create parent directories or not. I think there's a config for it. Yeah, per user directory. So if you do not want to create top level user directories, then you can just skip it, and what that would do is after that point it will just clone all the repos in projects. There's also some other commands. So if you just go to Octo, you can see there's a bunch of them. This one is handy. So what you can do is, let's say if I want to open up one of my own repos, I can do octo repo and let's say when to get it directly takes me there because it is already cloned. Now let's say I do slash template.nvim, right? Alright, so I think I need to specify it like this. Yeah, so it's a space separated list, arguments, not slash separated. So now you can see I'm inside template.nvim, and by the way, this is another new plugin that I published. It helps you quickly create new Vim plugins, and as you can see, Octohub.nvim was based out of that. It has a bunch of useful things that it can help you prototype very quickly. And then I also am using utils.nvim, which is another plugin that comes with a bunch of useful util commands, util functions, and all of that is documented over here. And you can also once you have installed Octohub, you can also take a look from inside Vim, I believe. I think I need to load it up, and now we should have it. Yeah. So this is the help documentation for utils. You can see all of the code, all of the things all of the different functions that are provided. It was super handy while working on this, and I'm definitely planning to use it more often for future plugins. And yeah, I think that's about it. Let me go back to Octohub. And any issues are welcome. If you find any issues, please feel free to open it up. If you want to add anything, you can add those as well. Right now it only covers repos and stats, but moving forward, as I find the need for it, we'll add more and more things. And if you want any particular features, please let me know. We can totally add those in. And yeah, that was all. Again, thanks for watching, and I know I've been away for some time. It's had a bit of difficulty keeping up with YouTube. And another quick update before I close is that I'm speaking at VimConf24 this November, so I got a chance to visit Japan, and I'll be posting that video as well once the conference organizers have published it on YouTube. I'll share the link with you all. It's about building new Vim plugins and the journey of building a plugin. So it will be fun. I'm still working on the deck and the talk itself. And yeah, see you soon. And if you wanna keep up with the updates, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and a like and comment is always appreciated. Alright, thank you folks, bye.